Good day, subscribers, and welcome to Momentum channel. My name is Mo, and in this video, we are going to be sharing with you the top 10 best dividend stocks that we have in our portfolio. We're going to walk you through that, review those 10 highest earning dividend stocks, review the stocks fundamentals, including their dividend yield, past returns, and price to earnings ratio, and some other fundamentals. These stocks that we are going to review have a dividend yield anywhere between 1.7% all the way to upwards of 9%. Yes, you heard it right, 9%. Watch this video until the end and let me know what you think. All right, the first company and stock, which is at the highest amount of dividend income earned for us, is a company no other than AbbVie. We have a lifetime dividend income of $54.24 so far from AbbVie, which is just remarkable. This company is actually currently showing a dividend yield of 4.44%. We have 7 shares of AbbVie at this time, with an average purchase price of $80.15. AbbVie was last traded at the time of making this video at the price of $114.45, which is showing us an overall unrealized gain of 42.79%, which is just remarkable. This 7 shares account for approximately 4% of our portfolio size. You'd also notice that AbbVie is showing a price to earnings ratio multiple of 30.8. Its price of $114 roughly is hovering closer to its 52-week high price, the 1-year high price. The trend line at the bottom of this page actually shows you the price within the past 5 years, the ups and downs of the price. You notice here that the price is current price is hovering at the highest that it's close to the highest that it's been over the past 5 years. AbbVie, for those of you who might not be familiar, is an American publicly traded biopharmaceutical company founded in 2013 and was originated as a spin-off of the Abbott Laboratories. In the second spot of the best dividend income stocks in our Wealthsimple Trade portfolio, if you have Verizon, which is an American wireless network. Our lifetime dividend income with Verizon is at $49.31, and we are actually showing to have 11 shares. We bought these shares at average purchase price of $55.79, and the current price for this stock is a little bit less than that. It's $55.22, which is resulting in an unrealized loss of about 1% or about $6 USD. Verizon currently has a dividend yield of 4.55% and is showing a price to earnings ratio of 11.44. Of note here is the fact that the current price of about $55 for Verizon is somewhat closer to its 52-week low price, the past 1 year, lowest price in the past 1 year, and much more distance to that highest price in the past 1 year of around $62. So this could provide an opportunity for investors, especially dividend investors, to take this chance and actually add to their existing shares, or perhaps add Verizon to their portfolio at this time. Third on our list, we have Bank of Nova Scotia. We have a lifetime dividend income of $42.30 from Bank of Nova Scotia, and we currently have 16 shares. We bought these shares at average purchase price of $65.75, and the current price for Bank of Nova Scotia stock is at $79.59. Bank of Nova Scotia, which is a Canadian bank traded with ticker symbol BNS on Toronto Stock Exchange, is a multinational bank and financial services company headquartered in Toronto, and it is one of Canada's big 5 banks. It is the 3rd largest Canadian bank by deposit and market capitalization. Bank of Nova Scotia is also available and traded in US dollars for American or non-Canadian investors who are interested. You could find that and buy into this company in the stock if that's something that interests you. Canadian banks are known for being reliable sources of dividend income. In fact, even during the financial crisis back in 2008, they did not cut their dividends. So that's quite remarkable for Canadian banks to be able to go through that time and sustain their dividend payments. Bank of Nova Scotia currently has a price to earnings ratio of 12.83, and its dividend yield currently is at 4.52%. In terms of the range, at the current price of $79 or 59 cents is much closer to the 52-week high price for Bank of Nova Scotia. Moving on, looking at our fourth company in terms of the highest dividend income, we have Pfizer. We have 22 shares of Pfizer and have a lifetime dividend income of $35.67. All of these dividend income that we are reporting are in Canadian dollars. Of course, the stock price can vary. If it's a US dollar stock, it is in USD, but the dividend income, all of it through Wealthsimple Trade, is gained through Canadian dollars. So that allows us to actually truly compare them in terms of apples to apples. The 22 shares of Pfizer is currently showing a 36.67% return, which is just remarkable. The average purchase price for our Pfizer shares are at $32.98, which, if you look at it, it's pretty much very close to the 52-week low price of Pfizer. So we have been able to really collect the shares of Pfizer at a very amazing price. And the current price for Pfizer is obviously a lot closer to its 52-week price, which was hit actually a few days ago. You can see from the trend line, 5-year trend line. And that results in a magnificent return for us. Our yield for Pfizer, overall, the yield for Pfizer stock at this time is at 3.44%. And our shares of Pfizer account for approximately 4.9% of our holdings in our Wealthsimple Trade portfolio. For those of you who might not be as familiar, Pfizer is an American multinational pharmaceutical and biotechnology company that is headquartered in Manhattan, New York. Moving on the fifth spot, we have a company called PIMCO Dynamic Income Fund with ticker symbol PDI, traded on New York Stock Exchange. We have 7 shares of PIMCO, and we have a lifetime dividend of $29.79. Our shares were purchased with an average purchase price of $25.21. Given the current price of $28.98, they are showing an unrealized gain of close to 15%. PIMCO has the dividend yield of 9.14%, which is just insane, but it could also be explained because of its very high price to earnings ratio of 166. There is a chance that PIMCO might reduce its dividend payment amount. Nonetheless, we are maintaining our 7 shares at this time and collecting those monthly dividend income that PIMCO pays to its shareholders. PIMCO, if you are not familiar, is a global investment management firm focusing on active fixed income management. PIMCO manages investments in many asset classes such as fixed income, equities, commodities, asset allocation, ETFs, hedge funds, and private equity. Moving on the 6th spot, we have another healthcare company called Bristol Myers. Bristol Myers is actually an American multinational pharmaceutical company headquartered in New York City, and one of the world's largest pharmaceutical companies, consistently ranked as on the Fortune 500 list of the large US companies. Our 7 shares is showing a positive return of 31.8%. We bought our shares at the average price of $51.68, but the current price is $68.12, which is much closer to its 52-week high price for this stock. Currently, Bristol Myers does not have a price to earnings ratio, valid one, most likely due to the fact that they actually do not have positive earnings for the year. Their dividend yield for Bristol Myers is at 2.82%. Our lifetime dividend income from Bristol Myers is at $26.34. On the 7th spot, we have another pharmaceutical related company called Royalty Pharma. Royalty Pharma is the largest buyer of biopharmaceutical royalties and a leading funder of innovation across the biopharmaceutical industry. We have 30 shares of Royalty Pharma. Our average purchase price is at $43.66. The current price for the stock is at $36.99, close to $37, which is much closer to 52-week low price for the stock. As you can see, the 5-year trend line, this price the stock has hit is somewhere probably the lowest, one of the lowest that the stock has hit in the past 5 years. Could present again an opportunity for investors if they believe in the fundamentals of this company and believe longer term in this stock. This could present an opportunity to add to your existing shares, or perhaps pick up the shares of Royalty Pharma. But of course, be sure to do your own due diligence before you do so. For us, we might consider doing that and really take advantage of dollar cost averaging, bringing our average purchase price down. The dividend yield is at 1.73% for shares of Royalty Pharma. The stock currently has a price to earnings ratio of 24.84. And it is actually showing us a negative return of 15.27% given our average purchase price. And with that, let us move on to the next company to review. On the 8th spot, we have a company called Qualcomm, which is an American multinational corporation headquartered in San Diego, California, creating semiconductors, software, and services related to wireless technology. Qualcomm, we have 8 shares here. You can see here the 5-year trend line, and you can see how over the past 1 year, the stock has really caught fire. We are showing it close to 21% return. Our lifetime dividend income with Qualcomm is at $18.43. It is not very common for information technology companies to pay dividend or even a decent dividend income. And with Qualcomm, the dividend yield of 1.80%, I would consider to be very, very decent and actually remarkable for a company that is in information technology. The price that we've collected these average shares, the average purchase price is at $120.96. Qualcomm is showing a price to earnings ratio of 18.27. Next, on the 9th spot, we have a Canadian bank, another Canadian bank. We have Toronto Dominion Bank. We have 8.3 shares. With Wealthsimple Trade, you might be aware that they have recently added a new feature whereby you can add fractional shares of certain stocks. Toronto Dominion Bank is one of those companies that is on that list, which is showing an overall gain of 18.15% based on our purchase price of $71.75. Current price of Toronto Dominion Bank is at $84.78. Our lifetime dividend income with Toronto Dominion Bank is at $15.80. Toronto Dominion Bank has a dividend yield of 3.73%, and it does pay a quarterly dividend. For non-Canadian investors, you are also able to actually buy shares of Toronto Dominion Bank. It is available in US dollars through popular brokerage accounts. The price to earnings ratio for Toronto Dominion Bank at this time is at 10.92. Lastly, on the 10th spot, as I promised, is another Canadian bank. It's Royal Bank of Canada. We have 5.16 roughly fractional shares of Royal Bank of Canada with an average purchase price of $98.19. The current price for Royal Bank of Canada is at $129.14, showing an overall gain of 31.52%. The 5-year purchase stock price trend line shows that the stock is actually trading at its highest it's been over the past 5 years, with the highest price being at $129.42. Royal Bank of Canada is showing a price to earnings ratio of 13.13 for its stock and has a dividend yield of 3.35% at this time. Our lifetime dividend income from Royal Bank of Canada is at $11.88. We anticipate with our bank stocks over longer period of time, as we maintain these stocks, the lifetime dividend income is going to grow. But definitely, we wanted to show you the top 10 dividend stocks that we have in our portfolio, review these stocks where they are in terms of some of the fundamentals, and what have been our dividend income from these stocks. We wanted to share that with you transparently. Just for some context, these 10 stocks that we reviewed, the top 10 dividend stocks, account for approximately 34 to 35% of our overall holdings. Our holding is not just dividend stock. We have a number of growth stocks that do not pay any dividend, but these are among the top 10 dividend paying stocks in our portfolio. And here's for you, if you are interested, a quick look at it, just quickly summarizing everything and transparently sharing with you what has been our average purchase price, current price, the percentage of holdings, gain and loss in terms of percentage, gain or loss in terms of the dollar value, annual dividend income. The annual dividend income column here actually shows you how much dividend income you can expect for each one share of the mentioned stock. The estimated annual dividend income is the column that actually calculates how much we can anticipate in our portfolio based on the number of shares that we have at this time, what would be our annual dividend income. And finally, of course, the lifetime dividend income is the one that we reviewed, is based on the past performance and lifetime, how much dividend income we've earned from these stocks. Of course, our shares might have increased over time. Doesn't mean that we bought all these shares at one single point of time, but this is the lifetime dividend income throughout the time and how much we've been able to make, with AbbVie being the highest dividend income earner for us in our Wealthsimple Trade portfolio. If you are interested in investing in dividend as well as growth stocks, be sure to follow us here on Momentum channel. We do have a weekly series where we talk about our Wealthsimple Trade account portfolio, and the goal of growing it from a mere $5,000 all the way to $250,000 within the span of the next 7 to 8 years. So be sure to follow that. I will leave a link to the playlist as a card here on the video, but be sure to follow that. We also post several other videos throughout the week talking about investing in the stock market, real estate, and crypto, and other avenues, as well as talking about financial freedom. With that, I hope you found this video beneficial and you gained something of value from it. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more similar videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.